What's happening, crypto traders and investors? It's Rod with Pow Group. Welcome back on The Pursuit of Wealth, your home for MJ stocks, crypto assets, news, and interviews. Today is Tuesday, February 27th. Hope you're doing well. And in this video, we're going to be discussing my bold move. I mentioned this to Pow Group private members. And I wanted to come on, do a video, upload it, and let everybody know that I decided to make a major decision. I sold 90% of my Flare position, and that was like several hours ago. And I sold 90% of my Flare to buy more XRP. And XRP is by far my biggest holding. But I'm going to go over in this video why I decided to do this. It wasn't really my plan initially. I just made a video on Flare. But when a crypto goes up 500, 600% in a very short period of time, you kind of have to readjust your game plan. And it really depends on what you're going to do. If you're going to cash out, go into cash. If you're going to, sell it, go into cash and just wait, or a stable coin and just wait and buy lower, or you're going to put it into something else that has more upside potential. And that is exactly the case. I think that there's greater opportunity now. It would have been way different if XRP would have spiked to 70 cents or even $1 in that same time frame. But because it still stayed relatively low, I decided to go ahead and initiate this trade. So I'll discuss all of my reasoning in this video and tons more. Before we get to it though, make sure to smash the like. It helps support me in the channel and it doesn't cost you anything. It's a free way to support the channel. And also you can support the channel by following us over on X, which is formerly Twitter. Handle for that is @GroupPow. And as always, this is not financial advice. This is for entertainment and informational purposes only, but would appreciate it. Love each and every one of you who smash the like and share the videos and really comment wonderful things. I've been seeing tons of comments lately, and a lot of people were talking about Flare and XRP in my comments, so I thought I would come out and do a video on this. And this video here is kind of what sparked it. It's got almost 1.3K views, and I appreciate all the likes on this video, almost 100 likes. I didn't even think I would get that many views or likes on this Flare video, but essentially we had an ascending triangle, and I said in that video about a week ago that we were targeting 0.045 USD, and I said I wouldn't even be surprised if we got to 5 cents. And sure enough, we hit, I think it was like 5.6 cents, which we'll bring up here on the chart in just a moment. So things change, and in a hurry in crypto. So my game plan changed with it. And usually when price changes, we have to kind of change our game plan, or at least start to pay attention and then decide what we want to do. And also, if you haven't seen my video, I did a video about it says 3 days ago. Was it really 3 days ago? I guess it was. Yeah, so 3 or 4 days ago. I don't think it was that long. It was on February 23rd. Yeah, 4 days ago. Sometimes YouTube's a little bit slow on the update there. But essentially, I did a crypto portfolio 2024 update, my entire crypto portfolio with percentage breakdown. And I've also done one for MJ stocks as well, so cannabis stocks. If you haven't seen that, you can check that out. I know a lot of people who follow me and follow crypto also track MJ stocks, which I think is setting up for a hell of a trade. But like I said, XRP being my biggest holding in this one. And right now, basically, my biggest investment thesis and focus right now is XRP. And look at this monster move on Flare, but my biggest focus right now is XRP aside from real estate. Obviously, real estate, I have a lot more dollars invested versus XRP, but when it comes to any one specific investment, crypto or stock, the biggest thing I'm focusing right now is on XRP. That's where the majority of my investment dollars reside. And that is because I think XRP offers the most upside, basically because, well, A, it's the best digital currency out there, right? It's the only one with legal clarity in the US. Not even Bitcoin or Ethereum have that. They both have regulatory opinion. And there's two ways you can get it: through Congress or through the courts. And SEC, the Securities and Exchange Commission, they cannot make laws. Only Congress can do that. So they have said that Bitcoin's not a security and Ethereum's not a security, but that's just their opinion. And that is not the law of the land. And that is not laws that were put forth by Congress. So the only one that has legal clarity in the U.S. is XRP. Through the courts, Judge Annalisa Torres deemed in and of itself XRP is not a security. So what do you think is going to happen when, now BlackRock's on board, when all these institutions, Bank of America, we know, is partnered with Ripple, right? They use XRP. Ripple's a centralized private company. You can buy private shares in Ripple. They're going to be IPOing, so eventually you'll be able to buy Ripple shares on, probably the NASDAQ, or there's talks about them IPOing in a different market. Maybe Switzerland or Sweden or something like that. But Singapore is another one. But what I think was the most likely scenario is they're going to, if they were going to do it internationally, would have did it by now. I think they're going to do it in the US. I think we could either see a settlement or a case dismissal, and it's going to go in the favor of Ripple. And Ripple is going to absolutely dominate. I think Ripple could be the most profitable company and biggest valuation for a company on the planet. I think it's going to dwarf NVIDIA. I think it's going to dwarf all of these big tech companies like your Amazons, your Apples, your Microsofts. I think in 10, 20 years from now, we're going to look at Ripple and it's going to be an absolute behemoth. We're talking all the money in the world, right? Cross border, we're talking trillions and hundreds of trillions of dollars worth of use case and derivatives, and it's exciting. So back into my reason why I sold Flare. So I went off on a tangent there, but that has to do with the biggest use case in crypto is cross-border payments and unlocking all this Nostro Vostro accounts, right, and all this dormant capital. It's the biggest use case, and with no utility becomes no value, right? So if you don't have any value, if you don't have any utility, long-term, you're not going to have any value. Flare, I think, has lots of utility. I think it has lots of value, but my investment thesis changed. I bought a lot of this under 1 penny. I bought most of it around a ninth of a penny. Like it's crazy how low it got, but the tokenomics weren't great, right? They kept doing airdrops, and then meanwhile, while price was going up, I was continuing to get airdrops every single month. So I was getting thousands and thousands of FLR tokens each month on Uphold just from holding my Flare on Uphold. And I continued, and Songbird went up quite a bit too. So I sold, and most of that was given through the XRP snapshot, right? So, and then I bought a ton of my net new money. I put a lot of money in my own money. Aside from the amount that I got in airdrops and whatnot, I put a lot of my own money in under a penny. And like I said, I added a ton around 0.009. And needless to say, I was up almost 600% on that position. I didn't get the exact top there. So the exact top here is 5.627 cents. So I sold it somewhere around like 5.1 cents. But that's still a monster move, right? If we go from about 0.009 to where I sold it at 0.51, that's about 475% of upside. So almost 500% of upside in how long? That was about 133 days. So 19 weeks. In 19 weeks, I put a lot of money, of my own money into this. And I've seen so many times where something went under a penny, and if I would have bought it, went to $1, that's 100x, like, $1,000 investment into $100,000. And I put a lot more than $1,000 into Flare. So now I locked that in, and let's look. Okay. So Flare hit 5.6 cents yesterday. And if we bring up XRP on the daily time frame here, I do want to go back to the monthly time frame here because I got some exciting stuff I want to show you in terms of price action, where we could go from here. But yesterday, the high was 55. So, and then the high today was 59. And then just look at what we've done over the last few months on XRP, or we'll do the last 13 weeks or so. So for the last 13 weeks or so, we're down from where we were, right? We were at 74 cents, and then here we are at 59 cents. So I sold 90% of my Flare. I'm still holding 10%, and I'll probably hold that for forever, right? Eventually, you're going to have F assets. You'll be able to put your XRP, your Doge, your Bitcoin, your Litecoin, and you'll be able to essentially have smart contracts with functionality with Flare networks, right? So this is huge, but I did want to share something real quick. I don't want to make this video too long, but stay with me here because this is going to get exciting. So if we take a look at XRP's prior breakouts here, we can see that it moves usually last in the cycle, and it absolutely melts faces when it does. And you can see here, we're tightening up in the same sort of pattern here, but I wanted to overlay Bitcoin's trajectory. So this is the Bitcoin price index since history. And if you take a look at how eerily similar we're following Bitcoin's trajectory, and again, history doesn't always repeat, but it rhymes. And if Bitcoin were to do this, right, why can't XRP? I compare XRP to Bitcoin to dial-up and XRP to the high-speed broadband internet, right? And the internet of money versus the internet of information, right? This is the true value that we're unlocking here and the power of blockchain technology, and that is instant settlement. And soon stocks and everything will be traded on the blockchain, right? And they'll trade 24/7. We'll be able to buy stocks fractionalized as well through blockchain and everything. And then, land titles, that'll all be NFT, right? Like, this is crazy. I seen a building down the street that had a land title office, right? So that building can just go away and we can put it on the blockchain, right? And then there's no errors or anything like that. But let's take a look at what we can expect for XRP. So if we just do what Ethereum and Bitcoin have done, Ethereum from its high of the bear market to the low of the high of the bull market to the low of the bear market in 2019, it hit its 3.618 extension at 4,900. Okay, so let's do the same thing for XRP. If we go to XRP, whoops, I got it on the wrong one here. I want to go to Bitstamp. So this is the one I drew it on. I have a few different ones so that I can keep it separate. But you can see here, if we go to XRP, if XRP does what Ethereum did, and Bitcoin did it as well, that would put us at $11, the the fib extension. So fib extensions are just ways to see what price discovery could be in the future based on, lack of price history, right? You don't have anything, so you're looking at psychological numbers, $2.50, $5, $7.50, $10, $20, right? So fib extensions give you that kind of target in new price discovery. So if we just do what Ethereum and Bitcoin did and hit our 3.618, that'd put us at $11.60. And if we hit our 4.618, which I think is very, very doable, that'd put us here at $14. And let me just balloon that up so you can see it. So yeah, 4.618 would put us at $14.78, and the 3.618 would be $11.60. I think that is very doable this cycle, and I'm talking over the next 6 to 12 months. Ripple IPO settlement with the case, maybe with SEC, maybe even a full-blown case dismissal. We see all these other stablecoin legislation. We see Trump backing it right now, right? Like, there's so much stuff. An election year, the S&P 500 is a weekly bull flag up to 521. I think it could go even higher than that. The Fed still haven't cut rates. So typically when the Fed cuts rates, the Federal Reserve, markets are still bullish for another, 6 months to a year, and then it absolutely craters, right? So I think we've got lots of runway here for the next, call it 6 to 12 months and spillage over into 2025. And then I think we're due for probably one of the worst market crashes in history. And I've did a video that's exactly the title, so you can check that out. But let's take a look at Bitcoin price action since inception to the inception of XRP, and look how close it is. So Bitcoin went on this major parabolic move, and look how similar it is to XRP's inception. We came down, we consolidated, we went into another breakout, right? We saw another blow off top moment, entered another bear market, and here we are. It doesn't follow down to the second, the day, the minute, but overall, this is very, very similar, right? And you can see here that it's expecting, realistically, any time frame, any time now, XRP is set to just absolutely erupt into a new all-time high. And on this initial move, it's saying here we could hit as high as $9, $10 this cycle. So essentially, we shouldn't really dip below 28 cents or 30 cents at this point, in my opinion. And if we did, that'd be very worrisome. And then we'd have support at 17 cents, the low of the SEC lawsuit. But I mean, even after the low of the SEC lawsuit, while it was being sued, it went up like over 10x, right? So there's been gains. Everybody says, oh, XRP moves last. It's like, what are you talking about? It went up 10x. And then from the low there at like 28 cents to $1 whenever we beat the SEC and was not in and of itself a security, it went up like another 200%, right? Over 200%. So like I said, it's looking like we could be following Bitcoin's trajectory here. I think we could shoot up to around $9, $10, and then pull back to around $3. Somewhere between that $3 and $2 mark is what it's saying. And then we could bounce to around $7, come back down to around high twos, $3, and then into, maybe 2028, 2029, it's saying we could potentially hit $30. I think it could happen sooner than that. But, if we just kind of follow the adoption curve and, the rate of appreciation that Bitcoin saw, that's what we could see, on a conservative side. I think we could hit, anywhere from $11 to $14 this cycle, because we've been suppressed for so long, right? They say the greater the accumulation, the greater the expansion, the longer the base, the higher in space. So I think it could happen a lot sooner than that. But overall, we should continue to trend, in my opinion, very similarly, but it's kind of just for fun. It's not a guarantee, right? But it's just something that I've been tracking that's pretty cool. And then, like I said, I've got XRP on another chart. You can see here, we've been following this support trend line as well, and we're tightening up. And we just saw a monthly EMA 12 and 26 bull cross as well, which has only ever happened once in history. And that was when we went from 11 cents all the way up to $1.96. And this time we have legal clarity. And something I wanted to show as well is look at this massive parabolic move coming here on the weekly time frame. We got above the 10-week moving average. We're seeing a bull cross of the stochastic. The MACD is just barely about to cross bullish, meaning we're just gaining legs on this move. It's hard to find a more bullish chart than XRP right now. And we're gearing up for another weekly 50 and 200 bull cross. The last time that happened on Ethereum, I called this out to POW Group private members, and I said Ethereum, whenever it hit its 50 and 200 weekly moving average cross, prices at around $600, and I said we're going absolutely like high, we're going to explode from here. And then it went to $4,900. And again, if XRP has legal clarity, not even something Ethereum has, and we're gearing up for another massive bull cross of that 50 and 200 weekly, there's no telling how high this thing can go. I think I'd be surprised if we're not over $1 in the next few weeks and couple of months. And like I said, I think $8 to $12 is very realistic this cycle. And we're also potentially gearing up for a golden cross with the 50-day below the 200-day moving average. We're set for that realistically any week now. And then, like I said, that 50 weekly and 200 weekly moving average, the 50 weekly is at 55 cents and the 200 weekly is at 57 cents USD. And they're due to cross any time now. And then taking a look at the alt season index, 63 out of 100 toward alt season. So it's looking like it's not alt season, but it's on the cusp. And I made a short video today that I think Bitcoin's probably it's a daily bull flag. Bitcoin just confirmed it yesterday to a target move of 61K, and it got very close. What was it? Just under 58,000. So we're only a few thousand away from that daily bull flag target of 61. Then I think the time now is to start scaling it. I think we need to focus on altcoins. And then confidence, we're at our peak, only 72. So not very confident that we're at a peak. I think we have a lot more upside. Yes, we have extreme greed at 79, and that's on crypto, and then 78 on stock. So we could be due for a pullback here. But like I said, I think it would just be healthy. Bitcoin maybe pulls back down to around 40,000. And then once it starts to recover and sees a nice relief rally, that's when I think we're going to see full-blown alt season. And this thing's just going to go throttling through the roof here. And then, like I said, remember when XRP passed Ethereum in 2018 in terms of market cap, and then they delisted it from the Korean exchanges, and they sued Ripple just to kind of hurt the price? That's because they were threatened. And I think XRP could even surpass Bitcoin in terms of market cap. Maybe not this cycle, but damn close. I think maybe 20-30% of the market cap of the entire industry. I think it could dwarf Ethereum this cycle potentially. And then, like I said, I think in the next cycle or two, it could even pass the king itself, and that would be Bitcoin. But it's going to take a little while, but I'm excited. Like I said, let me know if you agree with my bold move. Let me know if you're still holding Flare. Let me know what you're thinking about XRP. Are you frustrated? Don't be too frustrated, because we're seeing alts left, right, and center pop off. And generally, that's a good sign, a positive sign that XRP and its little brother or sister, XLM, usually runs as well. And then, like I said, I think the next bull run is going to be utility driven. But I'm excited. Smash the like if you're excited. Love each and every one of you. Thanks again for joining us on the Pursuit of Wealth. It's Rod with Pal Group. We'll see you on the next video.